Okay, friends, I just wanted to kind of take a little step back and explain what we are doing with these cool Scratchboards. They are a bit frustrating, and that is kind of the feedback I'm getting so far, but there's a reason we're doing them, and I want to teach you how to do it a little better so you get less frustrated. So the reason that we're doing this is because this is how our final image is going to look. It's actually not going to look like our first sketch did. Okay, so this is, imagine your pencil or pen drawing that you guys did. And this is just kind of what we're going to use to put on top of our styrofoam plate so that we can easier transfer our design. So do not lose, whatever you do, do not lose this piece of paper or else you have to redo it, okay? So this is our first iteration, is do your sketch. What are you making a print of, okay? The next iteration is doing your Scratchboard, because this is what your design is really gonna look like, okay? Because it's gonna be inked up and inverted. So I wanna show you how to be a little more successful with the Scratchboard, okay? So here is a blank piece of Scratchboard, and I'm gonna keep my design nearby. Some people did have success putting their sketches on top of the Scratchboard and pushing pretty hard with a pencil over their design. You can try that, or you can just keep your design side by side of your Scratchboard and kind of try to follow along with your design as you go. If you are scared of messing up your design, ask me for a piece of practice paper, okay? So here's a piece of some practice paper, and I just want to show you guys our options with our tools. So our first tool is this scratch knife thing, okay? So the scratch knife is this kind of sharp-tipped little guy. Okay, and the best part of this is actually the edge over here, or that sharp tip, and I'll show you how to use this one. So you're gonna hold it like a pencil, and to use the tip, you just kind of draw straight down. It matters what angle this is going if it's gonna show up. Watch, if I do this, see how sometimes my line is disappearing? That's because I'm using this side part of it. And whenever you're on the edge right there, nothing's gonna show up, okay? Let me bring this down a little bit so you can see better. So nothing's gonna show up if I put mine to the side. If I put it straight, the tip works pretty well, but it helps the best is if you move your paper with your design, okay? The other best way to use it is actually with this edge going down, okay? So see where I picked up the little side stuff? That's because I'm using this part right here. I'm using this part right here, this edge, and I'm taking it, turning it on its side, and I'm going down. So I'm scraping with the big part. So that's really our best line, is when you use the side, okay? So now we have that knowledge. I'm gonna show you your other options for tools, okay? So your other option that you could try is basically like a pin, okay? And these are really hard to hold, but this makes a really nice little baby line. Let's go even smaller because the baby line. So if you have a really thin line drawing, this one might be the one you want to use, and it makes it really, really tiny, because look at how small that needle is. The other option that so far is the least effective is this wooden stylus, and this is the one though that I use to make this. So it is possible to do it, it's just kind of frustrating. You have to push really, really hard to get it to make the mark, and it's just kind of annoying. So my favorite that I want you guys to try to use is this one, and you just have to not use it like a pencil, because you actually have to twist your paper and you have to use the side of it. So let's watch me try to do this in real time, okay? So I'm gonna start with this tree off to the side of my design, and I'm gonna be twisting the tool. See how the tool didn't work just then? That's because I might need to turn my paper, okay? So it's a little bit annoying because you gotta turn the paper and turn the tool. Also make sure it's strong, like in there and actually attached, okay? But this tool works really well. You just have to kind of get comfortable with it. Then I'm gonna draw my mountains. And I'm gonna twist the paper and the tool so that I get my best mark. Okay, then I'm gonna do my other mountain, and that one starts from down low. And you're really not too worried about having a perfect representation of this sketch. We're just trying a new technique on here, so don't be worried about it looking exactly like this. See how I'm doing it a lot more rough? Then you're gonna see, and it's starting to wiggle, so I really want you to push it back in there. Then I gotta keep turning my paper. But see how each mark is actually showing up this way? So it's kind of, you just gotta go slow and turn your paper. See how I didn't turn my paper and the line didn't show up? Curved lines are the hardest, so watch me try to do a curved line. See how it's disappearing? So you really want to take your time, turn your paper as you go along with the curve. See how I just made a little mistake there? That's totally fine, because watch, I can shade it in later. So any mistake we can always add later. But the big trick here, team, is you got to turn your paper. That's what I didn't get to explain a lot to you on Thursday. Okay, next step is our little skeleton guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow along. So see how it starts with my headphones, and then I'm going to go in from there. So I'm going to do my headphones, and I'm just using the biggest kind of ridge over here. Then we're going to add, and remember, got to keep turning the paper. It's a little bit annoying. Then I'll start doing my little skeleton. And I want to do that line a little bit lighter because the chances of me making some boo-boos is higher. So hopefully you guys get the gist of this from how I'm using it. I'm just using this tool in a lot of different ways, and it really helps to practice. So don't be afraid to ask me to practice. The other reason I wanted you to do Scratchboard is because it makes the skeleton, like the rib cage, so fun. So I'm not gonna have room to do the whole thing, but I could try to get in the little peace sign over there. Peace, what's up? See how fast I'm going on this one? This isn't my final. This is just to kind of see what my design is gonna look like, because my design is gonna have a white line with a black background. We might change ink colors and we might change paper colors. So, but it's actually gonna be inverted like this, okay? Anyways, this is why I want to do Scratchboard, because it's so fun with the bones. So take your time on all the bones. The bones are really fun. You can add the little hands. You can add the little kind of tips of the bones. Anyways, now I'm just having fun. Okay, that's how you do the Scratchboard, guys. Go slow. Let me know if you need another one. I want you to be proud of these because we're actually going to display them as well. So take your time with them. We're going to take all class on Monday to work on our Scratchboard. So try to have some fun with those. I know it's frustrating though, and hopefully this demo helped you like not be so frustrated. Okay, sweet. Thanks, guys.